muchachos, bienvenidos al día 2 del Hail Mary Derby, los preparativos para el Import vs Domestic que tenemos este noviembre, donde tenemos autos en las categorías Front Wheel Drive, All Wheel Drive, aspirado, turbo, trasera radial, trasera lisa y No Time. Vamos a ver un poquito de la acción del día 2.
I'm Brandon Scott from New York, Bronx, New York, born and raised. It's a long story. Had the car since high school. It's gone through multiple setups, but I almost always wanted to keep the 3S GTE platform. You know, it matches the car perfectly. And I wouldn't say I'm a bit of a purist, but when it comes to this, I would. I really just built the car around true street rules. So it had to have a 67mm turbo, it had to meet weight. Fueling had to be a certain category, ethanol only. You could only have electronic fuel pumps. So I actually didn't build the car as an outlaw car. I built it around restrictions. But I didn't end up getting to race true street anyway. Right now it's got the Precision 6785. I actually designed pretty much most of all of this setup myself, give or take a few things that obviously are machined. The intake manifold is from CJ Racing, at least the lower plenum anyway. I used to have a cast runner set up, now it's all billet. It actually meets with K-Series Skunk 2 plenum, so we can adjust volume. That's why everybody that sees it automatically almost thinks it's a K-Series, because it also has K-Series coils. They're some of the cheapest coils you can get that actually work with big boosts. Weekend's been great. I was here in November. I had an issue with the shifter tree on my transmission. It's 30 years old. What happened is every time I have a really hard shift, there's a bearing inside that likes to fall out. I just need to get it redesigned so that it's two arms and locked together so that I can actually get down the track. The car's got plenty of power. I did set my personal best this weekend, which is 8.701 at 168 miles an hour. And it is technically the fastest MR2 with a 3S in America right now. I had the world record fastest MR2 period for 3 years, almost 4 years. And my boy in England just took it last year and then again in January. I want to take the record back. You know, motor's good, I need to be able to shift. So I would say the event's going great because I did accomplish what I came here to do. Reset my personal best because it was 890 before at 162. Went 870, first full hit at 168. It's one step at a time. Electronic-wise, car's on Motec M130. It's got pretty much every sensor you can think of. Suspension-wise, it's actually still running on very, very basic setup. It's actually completely stock suspension in the front and just a sleeve and coilover kit in the rear. And Hux Racing tubular control arms. It's got Trom 10.5 to 1 compression pistons, R&R Racing, aluminum rods. As far as the head, that's done by Dave at Head Games in New Jersey. Right now, it's making at about 38, 39 pounds. On a Mustang Dyno, we hit about 915 last week. If I had to guess what that is in reality, based on a mile an hour, somewhere in the high 900s at that boost. And there's still room for 20 more pounds, I would say, at least. If I could just get down the track with these shifting issues, I'd be good. Still H pattern. It's a SQS dog box, so that's been really good too, which I had all apart last night because I rounded off the dogs in 4th gear. You know, I'm about to hot lap right now. I'm gonna take myself right back and, you know, see what we can do.
Driver of Gorilla X, it's a 2.2 stroker, manly, with dart and sleeves, precision 6870, best ET of 9.4 at 152. And yeah, the car's been around for about 8 years now with a built engine and precision turbo. And we've just been kicking the time down lower and lower. This build has been together for 6 years. The only thing we've replaced in the last few years is the clutch. We just keep coming out here and banging, see what happens. My friend over here, Rocco, his dad built the engine, and it's just holding up amazing. Billet manly 2.2 stroker with a billet crank, dart and sleeves, fully built head, biggest cams you can get, titanium valves, the whole nine. Stock intake manifold, stock throttle body, stock ECU, stock T-case, stock axles, stock drive shaft. It's just putting in work. It's a jack stage 1 with a 411 final drive. Still H pattern, yeah. We were looking to do dog box soon. But other than that, it's just still a regular synchro tranny. We're just trying to get the best shifts we can out of it. T37s with a 26x9 Hoosier QuickTime Pro. Fastest ET is 9.4 at 152. And that's really it. I mean, the car's very basic. We deleted the ABS just because we had some problems with the small brakes. Goal is definitely to run 8s. We want to try to get it into 8s with this setup before we change the dog box and all that stuff. But I think we can get more out of it with just where it's at right now. It's making the trap speeds are more than enough to go 8s. It's just getting the short track work down. It was cutting 1.7s pretty much the whole event until we started doing burnouts, and now it's cutting 1.6s, 1.5s. So 9.4 past this event was a 1.5. Definitely the dog box. I don't have a dog box. The synchro trans is holding me up for sure. Can't get it to shift when I want it to all the time. We're limited to how high RPM we can go in the shifts. and with the stroker kit. So we want to do like a 2.0 where we can rev to like 10, 11,000 dog box. And then the car should pick up crazy after that. It's making about 850 right now. Yeah, 650 torque, 44 pounds. It's the best turbos on the market. You know, I see everybody out here winning with them, and just the way to go. I mean, look at the, you can't, it stands for, I mean, it speaks for itself. The turbo's been in there for 6 years and we haven't even had to refresh it.
Yeah, he's obviously got to work on getting a piece of that starting line.